up, everybody? Welcome in. This is what, episode 4, Charles? Outside the Shy. Ain't it 4 already?
I think it's 4. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like if you take off your shoes, you touch the pinky toe, finish with the
Carry,
big toe, that's 5.
carry.
-1 is 4. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
I
4.
thought I like how you did that math. That
That
math was
hey,
mathing.
that math was mathing, and it works perfect in the redneck world we live in. So, hello, everybody. But just we got that one mutt
Yep,
that is
yep.
sitting there right now going, but man, I got 4 toes, so that make it 3.
3.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
So if you got
You
4 toes though, is it like the pinky toe is missing? So aren't you off balance?
well, so what if you lost one of the middle digits? Because truth be told, now I learned this a long time ago when I was a kid. The big toe and the pinky toe were the 2 most important.
Yeah,
The other 3 can go.
that's
Now
crazy.
I ain't trying to do it.
I
I'm not. I'm
I'm
not
not
trying to
trying.
do it.
You ever seen Harlem Nights?
You shot
Got me
my
in my
pinky
pinky
toe.
toe.
Yes. Yeah. Now I got to cut you.
That is one
1000%.
of my favorite
Yes.
movies, man.
It is
God, that's funny.
great. It
Listen,
is great.
I'm glad we can laugh now
Uh,
because this
I'm trying
past
not to
week,
cry.
because
I'm
this
trying not
past
to cry.
week, it was a lot of tears shed, man.
Yeah, man.
Trade deadline came and went. The Bulls were active. They were active, and
Mm.
it was something, man. So in all, I believe it was 4 trades were made. February 1st, we picked up Dario Saric from the
I
Kings.
think in all it's considered 7.
Oh,
7. It's
really?
considered 7 because it's you get a guy, then you ship him here, and I think all in all it's considered 7 trades.
God, dog.
Something like 14 second round picks. We ain't got enough toes for that one, Charles.
We definitely not.
I got to leave my shoes on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we got Sarge back from Sacramento. The one pickup I like, Jaden Ivey from Detroit. Then we get Colin Sexton and Jang from the Hornets, and we end up getting Rob Dillingham and Leonard Miller from the Timberwolves,
Mhm.
and a bunch of second round picks.
I think I like Anthony Simons too.
Oh, Anthony Simons,
Like
my fault. My fault. I don't know why he's
I
on this, but yeah,
like him a
he's a
lot.
bucket, bro. He's a
Like,
bucket.
but I think the theme, based on kind of what I've researched and kind of tried to make sense of, because every time we turned around, you and I were texting each other and we're like, "Oh, here's another trade. Here's another
Yeah,
trade."
yeah,
Was a lot of expiring contracts.
yeah.
That was kind of the theme. Where I'm most upset, where I think I'm most disturbed is you make these trades and you don't walk away with one first round pick. We're talking about 14 second round picks all in all.
Yeah.
And I understood Kobe being traded. He wasn't going to get renewed at the end of the year. I understood Io. I know you wanted Io to stay,
God,
but
man.
for me, I knew they weren't going to bring him back. I knew they weren't, and so he would just walk for free.
Yeah.
Which, the way Acme operates, surprised he didn't walk for free.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of expiring contracts at the end of this year. This is going to be off season, Charles, where these cats, and I'm going to be honest with you, we're going to get to this, but it's going to be an off season where that front office, and I'm saying that front office, I'm not going to say Acme. I'm going to say the Bulls front office,
Yeah.
whoever's there at that time, is going to have to sign 8 to 10 guys
It's
in an
crazy.
off season. 8 to
Crazy.
10.
And here's my take.
Wild.
So it's not like we gave up trash players, right? We gave Vooch, gave up Vooch. We could so here's the thing. We traded Vooch last year, first round pick.
We traded Vooch. We traded to get Vooch for 2 firsts.
We couldn't get nothing back. We couldn't get a first round pick back.
That was the thing. Acme, in my opinion. And you tell me, Charles, what you think.
Yep.
I think one of 2 things. Acme is burning it to the ground to start fresh. And this is the best that they could do because people are laughing at them. And I have been told, I've got NBA guys too. I have been told that a lot of other front offices think that Acme is inept, that they're terrible about answering their phones, that they've tried to do deals with them that they couldn't get done because they were unresponsive. Um, and the list goes on and on and on. It's not good. The reputation is terrible
Yeah.
with Arturas Karnasovis. It is just easier to call him AK and Mark Eversley. How many times have you ever heard a word from Mark Eversley? Truth be told, he's the general manager. Did you realize that, Charles? He's actually the general manager.
Wow.
AK is the president of basketball operations, whatever.
So I thought AK was the okay. Wow.
No. And so
Wow.
Eversley is actually the GM, and you never hear from him. He doesn't talk to anybody. It's always AK. And when it's AK, it's scripted. If you'll ever notice, go and watch him. My entire time of being a Bulls fan, I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. You go back to the Jerry Krause days, and he would talk.
Yeah.
You didn't always
Yeah, like what he said.
like what he said, but at least he would talk. Man, AK is like basketball betty good to me. We make trades. We get back first round picks. We be good next year. If not next year, the next year. If not the next year after the next year, the next year.
I,
Okay, thank you. We need more time. Bye bye.
so,
I mean, like seriously, it's like old boy on Armageddon, Russian space station. Like you don't like what the hell is he doing? Like I don't think he knows. And so the reason I said what I said, Charles, is if Michael Reinsdorf did not look at them and go, clear the damn deck.
yeah.
And as soon as game 82 is over, clear out your damn office. You're both gone. I'm going to have somebody in here who's competent, who knows what they're doing to do this rebuild the right way. You are going to fix your own F ups, and then you're getting the F out, and we're going to bring somebody in and start fresh. If that is not what was said, we're cooked.
See, I don't
We're cooked.
and see, I think that wasn't said. The Reinsdorf family, man, just how they run stuff,
Trust me.
I don't see it. Here's the thing, man. If this was an NFL team, I'd be like, heck yeah, let's go, man. 14 second round picks, let's go. Great.
That would never happen. That's the problem.
Right. Be awesome.
Because this is the equivalent, bro. This is the equivalent of 14, 6th, and 7th round picks.
Yes, exactly.
That's what this is.
It's so rare to have a second round pick hit in an NBA draft, right?
Yeah, I think AK bases it off of when he was in Denver.
Yeah,
when they got Jokic.
Yeah,
and they got him. They got him late. But that doesn't happen.
Here's my thing, man. I get the expiring contracts, and I understand that because hey, big free agent signings maybe this summer, but who's going to want to come to this team? There is nothing. There is not a piece in place right now that would draw a big name free agent.
The only thing would be is if you know you're going to be the guy, and you're going to have Giddy and you're going to have Modest with you. I am interested to see. The one thing I will say is I'm interested to see how Simons finishes out the year. I really like him.
Yeah,
you could re-sign him. I like him a lot. Jaden Ivey, if he can show that he can stay healthy and be who everybody thought he was going to be.
Shout out to Jaden Ivey, man. South Bend's finest right there, man. He's from right down the street in South Bend. But here's the thing, man. You look at that team, it's 14 guards on this team, bro. For what?
I know you watched the Raptors game the other night, too.
Yeah, it was.
I was watching it, and I think I texted you at one point, and I was like, why am I watching this?
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you're driving down the road and you see somebody driving erratically and inevitably they're going to either run off the road or they're going to cause a terrible accident. That's what I felt like I was watching in Toronto the other night. And these guys don't even know each other. It's like, hey, how you doing? It's good to meet you.
They hung with the Raptors for a little bit.
They did. That's what scares me, though.
Yes. So that was what I was getting ready to talk about. We were texting, and we both were just like, "Did we win too many games already?" So now you bring in these cats who are like, hey, I ain't got nothing to lose. I need to show.
especially on expiring contracts.
I got to show what I can do. So I'm gonna get a bucket. I'm gonna go out here and drop 30 and try to get a win. F this team. I'm out of here after the end of the year. I'm gonna show what I can do. Dude, I think we shot ourselves in the foot, bro. I really do. They are banking on tanking and trying to get a top 5, top 10 lottery pick, and then
But here's the problem. In addition to this, another reason why Michael Reinsdorf, if you stumble upon this podcast, you should be subscribing, by the way, and so should everybody else.
like it while you're
But
at it.
yeah, like it, comment, share it with your friends.
100%.
I don't know if Michael Reinsdorf has any friends, but I'm going to say this, bro. Another reason why we should have a clean slate and we should have a new entire front office, president of basketball operations down to GM and everything. Please tell me the draft successes, even when we were in the lottery, that Acme has. So even if we do tank successfully with 30 games left, even if we do tank successfully, and it's 30 right now, by the time this pod drops, it won't be 30. I
Yeah.
just want to be clear before somebody says JC can't count. I can't, but
We ain't
I
got no toes and
just
fingers.
yeah, that's it. Hang on, there's one toe missing. But that's the other problem, Charles, is even if this team does tank successfully, do you have any freaking faith whatsoever that they would pick the right guy?
No, no.
Like the
And
only thing that's kind of a failsafe, if some crazy Derrick Rose ping pong ball magic happened and we ended up with the number one pick, you almost can't F it up unless, of course, you're Acme, because this draft is loaded with some great freshmen.
yes,
You got to think, surely they can't get that wrong. But, bro, if we're back in that 7 to 9 range again,
and here's
another what? Chandler Hutchison, another Noah Senge,
and that's what
another Patrick Williams. Like, I'm sorry, Noah doesn't deserve to catch strays because he hadn't even played yet because he's hurt and whatever. But Chandler Hutchison, I think he's working at Starbucks right now. Patrick Williams is committing armed robbery every time he steps on the court.
dude.
I'm sorry, he will.
He shot a 3 the other night,
I seen it.
and I was
And
like, what? Dude,
Charles, I almost had to buy a new TV before the Super Bowl.
you're in the league, not the G League.
Bro, he was shooting like a loose ball fell at the feet of my man C-Mac. He was shooting that three like the one and only Sir Charles said, "Whew."
Woo!
And this man's getting paid millions, bro.
Millions, JC, millions. No,
I'm not a P. Will fan. I'm sorry. He's probably a great person. I've never met
he's
him,
probably a great dude.
but damn it.
It's and out of everybody who got shipped out, everybody who got traded, he was the one that stayed, which I was like,
You
how?
do the
How?
math, bro. Do the math. Do I need to do the equation for you? Because there's not a dumb ass front office in the NBA that would be like, "Hey, we'll take you." No, everybody was like, "Mm-mm, nope, nope, not even for a bag of wings.
Yeah.
No, no, I'm not doing it. It's yours. You keep them stinking ass, raw, nasty wings, and you live with it,
and that's what they're gonna have to do for the next what 4 years, 3-4 years. What do you sign?
bro."
It's
Yeah,
so I look at all the trades, right? I like Yabusele. I think he had a really good game against the Raptors. He's a big body dude, but again, what happens at the end of the season? He's gone.
well, I mean, hell, a lot of these cats that are on
It's
expiring
just
deals,
and
if there's no direction, if you don't make a change in that front office, please
has
tell me who has confidence in that front office.
and it has to be the whole. It has to be everybody. And I think
You
Donovan
can't sell the owners.
I think Donovan's got to go too.
Mm.
I think coaching staff's got to go too. You know
If
what I
I
mean?
was him, I would want to go.
No, listen. They showed him after. I think it was after the Raptors game, and he was talking to the Raptors coach, and like you could just see on his face, he was like, I'm over this shit. I'm ready to go."
Bro, it's so obvious. Like I might be different than a lot of people. Like, I'm going to use an analogy that I don't know if it's a good one or not, but I think Modest Buzelis is like Connor Bedard. And here's why. When Bedard came out, everybody was like, "Man, this dude's gonna be something."
Mhm.
And it took him a minute. It really took him until this year
Yeah.
to where it's starting to realize all that talent, and everybody like, "Oh, wait a minute, he is that dude." I think Modest, I see flashes from Modest. I like his energy. I like the fact that he is a Chicago guy. I think with the right pieces around him, with the right coaching, the right development, I do think he's a star. I do. I do. And some people might think I'm crazy for saying this, but he's the type of guy, Charles, that I believe if the Bulls don't manage him correctly, he'll end up walking away down the road, getting traded down the road, and I think he's going to be really good somewhere else. Like, I don't know, Larry Markkinen,
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
averaging 27 a game right now.
Yeah.
And we got I think we got a first round pick back for him. And I don't think we've been able to use it yet because well, it's protected. And it's worked out that we have not been able to use that pick yet. And so again, the incompetence is beyond ridiculous in the front office for the Bulls right now. The incompetence is almost criminal. Like CPD should be showing up there right now and clinking both them cats up right now. They should be in Cook County Jail right now, bro.
So,
That's how bad it is. And I'm sorry. I mean, I don't think what I'm saying is outrageous. It has been damn near criminal what they have done to a once storied franchise in Chicago.
so I'm looking. So Casey Johnson tweeted out like what the depth chart is going to look like after all the trades. You got
Yep.
Giddy at the one, Simons at the two, Zealous at the three, Smith at the four, and then you got Richards at the five. Then you got, I mean, at the depth of point guard. Again, we've got six guards on this roster on the depth chart right now. Jones, Dillingham, Sexton, Ivy, Okoro behind Buzelis, and you got Williams and Miller behind Smith, and then Yabusele behind Richards. Honestly, man, you look at this squad and you gotta. If we're tanking, I'm sitting Giddy for the rest of the year.
Well, and I mean, that's the thing. You know, Giddy sat the other night against Toronto. Um, I'm I ain't gonna lie. I mean, if you're gonna tank, tank.
I
Like
mean, six,
you're like, hey Jaden, you're playing too good, bro. Have a seat.
right?
You know, Anthony,
Dude,
listen, I know you got I know you got a 30 piece. You got to sit down.
hey man, we got to cool you off. We got to cool you off.
Bro, I'm putting the
P Willie, get
biggest
in there,
dude
shoot
we
some threes.
got. I'm putting the biggest dude we got at point. Like I'm just like, nah, you're playing point tonight. What? I've never played. Yeah,
But
sounds good. Let's go.
I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna tank, sit everybody, man. Just sit everybody. Go full tank. The
But
problem,
that's the thing, bro. That we've never done anything right, including tanking.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, my concern is, and we talked about this in text. We've won too many games already. All right, I mean, I think we're projected 7 or 8 like we normally are. I'm trying to pull up the standings right now in the East. Right now we're 24-28. The worst record in the NBA right now is Sacramento, 12-41. You got the Pacers at 13-39. Brooklyn is 13-37. The Wizards are 14-36. They're already tanking. They said they picked up 80. They picked up Trae Young, and they said they're both sitting for the rest of the season. And then you got Milwaukee at 21-29. You got New Orleans at 14-40. The Jazz are 16-36. The Mavs are 19-32. And then Memphis is 20-30. So honestly, we're in that same range that we're always in, between 7 and 10. Um,
Bro, look at the history of us drafting seventh.
that's what I'm saying.
It's worth a look. Look at what we've done with the seventh pick. Um, and I'm telling you, it's not good. And so I've gotta think, you know, for the longest time, the Bulls have led the NBA in attendance.
Yep.
And I think that's why the Reinsdorf family isn't really messed up about it. They're like, yeah, we suck him, but we're still selling out the UC. And now I've got friends that live up there and who go to games, and I've asked them, like, hey, like, what's it really like? because I haven't been to the UC in a minute for a Bulls game, and they're like, it's really not sold out.
I'm
Like
sure.
it's really not. And of course I watch the games too, but cameras, how cameras
I was
work,
about to say,
Charles.
hey,
You
hey,
know how
cameras
cameras
work.
work,
Listen,
bro.
man, it's all
You're a
about the
magician
angles.
with the camera too,
Uh,
when you have to shoot things.
it's
And
all
then
it's all about the angles, bro. You can make
and
it.
so
You can
that
make
that
anything
hey,
look
it's
tight.
all about the angles and everything.
Here we
Trust me.
here we go.
Trust me.
I knew it was again. I know
Bro,
you.
we're talking about launch angles, bro.
I set it up, and
Listen, we
you
talking about
turned on
launch
that.
angles. Look, we got the MLB right here. We talking about launch angles, bro.
Okay, okay, I got you. I
I'm
hear
ready
you.
to launch too, by the
I
way. So, bro, I think I don't know what the answer is, because if the Reinsdorfs cannot see the incompetence right in front of their eyes and cannot see how bad this product has been, and then you look at the return after all this trade dust has settled,
yeah,
and you can't look at this and go, okay, we just traded everybody that we have drafted in the last 6 years or whatever it is, and all we have is second rounders to show for it. Like, you can't look at that. Now, can you take some of them second rounders and turn them into first? Sure, but you're getting pennies on the dollar. And with
100%.
this draft class being the way that it is, there's a lot of young talent with this class, especially at the top. You know, how many teams are going to be like, "Oh yeah, I'll take your 4 second rounders for a first," and who are you going to trade? You don't have anybody to trade now. Not
So,
that anybody wants, because everybody else that you have is going to be expiring. They're going to walk away. They're walking away at the end of the year.
so I pulled up an article on ESPN, and they have the Bulls picking eighth as of January 13th. I think this article was, and they have them taking Jaden Quaintance from Kentucky, a center. He's a sophomore, averaging 5 points, 5 rebounds, and less than a block a game in 4 games. So I don't know if he's played since this, but um, again, outside of the top five, where you have
Hmm.
guys like Darren Peterson from Kansas, who's the potential number one
Peterson,
pick.
Boozer, yeah,
Uh,
no,
AJ DeBanza, who I think is going to be
a stud.
disgusting in the league.
Hmm.
Like you
Hmm.
said, Cam Boozer, who's a dog. Caleb
Hmm.
Wilson from North Carolina.
Hmm.
Kingston Flemings from Houston. I like, and you know how I feel about this school. Darius Acuff to me is going to be a star in the league.
Yeah, I
But the
mean,
problem is we just gave all this money.
Arkansas people love that kid.
Yeah,
I heard something the other day. Now, this to me sounds a little wild when you think about it, but I was reading something or heard something, and they were saying that Acuff could be the best player that Cal's ever coached.
have you ever seen him play? Have you ever
Oh
watched him
yeah,
game?
oh
That
yeah,
dude is
yeah.
he's different, man. He's
No,
different.
I just think that when you think about who all he's coached, that's a wild statement. Like,
I'm telling
that's
that dude is.
including my second favorite player of all time, Derrick Rose. So,
And
you
he's got.
know,
If you watch his game, he's got some D Rose. He doesn't have the hops that D Rose has, but like the be able to pull up in the midi, all that, the speed. That dude's
oh yeah.
he's different. The
Yeah, and
problem,
I've got a bunch of friends who are Arkansas fans, and I know they love him. I mean, um,
the problem is I
he-
just don't trust this front office to make the right pick anywhere in that
well,
top.
especially if you're in that spot, like you're saying, Charles, if you're in that 7, 8, 9 range, I damn sure if it's not like see ball, hit ball for these incompetent individuals, then they're not going to be able to. Shit, I don't even know, bro. If they were in the top three, if they would get it right, because
And
if
that's
you'll notice, AK, God love him, he's foreign. We've
man.
had more foreign players. We have more foreign players on the roster right now than maybe ever. But he's always reaching for these guys from overseas, and we got dudes right here in the states that are
Yeah.
balling, and he's like, no, no.
I saw a tweet the other day, right
It's
after the
wild.
deadline. We have 4 Frenchmen on our team right now. I was,
Damn near the national team.
I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't. But I think, and I could be wrong on this, but AK strikes me as the guy that thinks he's the smartest dude in the room.
Yeah, I
Like
believe that.
he thinks, oh, I'm not gonna go with the crowd. I'm gonna do my own thing over here because I know this person who knows this person and I've researched and just get it right. And he hasn't been
Facts.
able to do it. And here's the thing too, bro. Like, I'm a business owner. I've been in sports my whole life. And I just look at dollars and cents. Like I just look at things. If it don't make dollars, then it don't make sense. Like you can't tell me, Charles, that like jersey sales are going through the roof at the
Because who?
Bulls official store because
Who?
who's what? You're buying throwbacks.
Right,
You're buying the D Rose, the new D Rose collection.
I
You're
guarantee you
buying that. But who are you running out to buy a jersey for right now?
because I
Who?
guarantee. Listen, I guarantee you, you take a camera through the UC, and
All throwbacks.
it's all throwbacks. You're gonna see MJ. You're gonna see Pip. You're gonna see D
Mhm.
Rose. You might see a Noah jersey.
Hell, you're gonna see a 91 in there. You're gonna see a
You see a
Dennis Rodman. Yeah.
but you're not gonna see anybody in the Giddy. You're not gonna see anybody in the Buzelis shirt. And that shows you something, man. It's like, hey,
I
what?
mean, honestly, Charles, if you had to pick someone right now on this current roster, including the new additions, that you had to
Mm,
buy a jersey for today, who would it be?
because I lived in South Bend, I'd probably go Ivy.
Okay, I'd go Booz Dallas.
I'd probably go Jay Ivy.
But that's
But
it.
that's it.
That's it. But the problem is, bro, you and I, it's gonna be a retro jersey in the
Facts.
offseason for you potentially. And Booz Dallas, as soon as his rookie deal's up, I'm gonna have a retro. Be
So
like my Cade McNown jersey I got in there for my Bears.
wow.
My Rashawn Salam, rest in peace, Rashawn. Curtis
Listen,
Enos.
dog, I got so yesterday was Jersey Day for Danny at school. Goes into my closet. He's like, "Hey, pops, can I borrow one of your jerseys?" I was like, "Yeah, of course." So I'm laying out my Bears jerseys. Man, I got an Urlacher jersey, a
Me too.
Justin Fields jersey, got a
Me
Khalil
too.
Mack jersey. I have an Anthony Thomas jersey. Talk to me
A
nice.
train,
A
baby.
train. Come on, man.
Whoa.
Come on now.
Charles.
Yeah.
Charles, you mean to tell me you was wearing a
Hey, he was a
former
bear.
maize and
He was
blue?
a bear. He was a bear.
Whoa.
Don't do that. Don't do that. He was a bear. He was
Whoa.
a bear. And that was his
Come
rookie.
on, you're a Buckeye fan. You're
Listen,
wearing an
man.
A train jersey? Yo, I see it. I see it. Yeah,
Listen.
talk about throwbacks. Shit, that's throwback right now.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
How'd that 30 million work this year? Yeah.
It's okay. It's
How'd that
okay.
work out?
We got one a couple years. All right, look, I pulled up a rough 2026 NBA free agent list, okay?
Oh, I've looked at it. I've been
Bron,
researching.
Harrenstein,
Hang on. Papal. Let's
yeah,
start first. Papal.
Porzingis, John Collins, Anthony Simons, Norman Powell, Harrison Barnes, Colin Sexton, Mitch Robb, Austin Reeves, Robert Williams, Kobe, Tim Hardaway Jr., Jordan Goodwin, and Keon Ellis. This free agency class is trash. So
Well, hey,
what?
here's the thing, bro. This would be the time that AK's ass
He's gonna be
would be
like,
like, I
yes.
brought LeBron to Chicago. I told you I could do it. I swear, if he does that, I swear I'm going to jail.
I
I am going to jail, and I don't need to be in jail. I'm sick. I need my medication and my treatment. I do not want to go to jail, but I am telling you right now, if you brought 59-year-old LBJ to the Bulls, I am going to lose my shit.
I just here's the thing, man. We've been texting throughout the whole week about like potential landing spots, right? Are we going after Giannis? Are we going after John Morant? Hey, we might get Zion. I'm telling you, man.
Trades will happen in the offseason, though, Charles.
I
No doubt. No
100%,
doubt.
100%. But I just don't see a big name free agent. And I mean, even this list, there's no really like stand like besides Braun, and I know how you feel. He's 75 years old. But there's no big name free agent that's coming out this year that's going to be like, that's our guy. That's a guy
No,
that we
but I
could.
will say, I think Reeves is a restricted free agent.
This is no, it's excluding restricted free agents.
Interesting. I was thinking he was, but somebody like him, I would love to have. Obviously, he's an Arkansas guy, but you know, I think he's phenomenal. But he does, you would have to. I mean, you think about having Modest already,
Mm-hmm.
because I think Modest is kind of like him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a younger version. AR just worked his ass off and came into his own. I
Yeah.
mean, he just
He's
deserves all the credit in the world for
he's gonna
turning
get
into
paid.
who he's turned into, and he's going to get paid.
He's gonna get
Um,
paid.
I would love to see him
But
as a Bull.
but then you look at the
Um,
rest of this list, man, and there's just nobody who just jumps off of it. Again, Anthony Simons, he's a bucket. I just concerned about him on the defensive side of the ball. Colin Sexton, he hasn't done anything for me. You know what I'm saying? Like he hasn't jumped off the page. I do
well,
like
he's not going to do anything for us this year.
facts. I like Mitch Rob. I'm not gonna lie. Mitchell Robinson out of New York, I like him a lot as a big fella.
As long as you don't need him to hit a damn free throw.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I
At
mean,
the end of the game, if you need him to hit a free throw,
he's got to
holy
be
hell.
he's got to be on the bench. But again, Norman Powell, I think he's another one of those guys that's kind of like Austin. You know what I mean? He can't balled out for the Clippers, been balling for the Heat. I think with this free agent class, it's you have to go out and make a trade for a big name and then add one of these guys to be a number
Well,
two
and
or number
hopefully
three.
you hit the lottery and the balls bounce your way. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Now, here's the one, I guess, little thing that I cling to. Again, I mentioned it earlier, but if we do get a change in the front office,
yeah.
and I do listen, I'm gonna tell you, Reinsdorf surprised me, when they got rid of Boylan like they did, when they finally pulled the plug on Garpax, when you didn't think they would. I mean, with Paxson being a bull himself, I was beginning to think. Now, I was hard on Garpax. I was. Hell, they were a million times better than Acme is. And so this is definitely one of those cases where be careful what you ask for because you might get it. Well, we did. I wanted Garpax. I wanted to change bad,
Yeah.
and it happened. And hell, we're far worse off because of it. But if we can get a change and get some competent people in that front office with the draft picks, with a potential lottery pick, depending on how this thing goes, with a shit ton of money to spend, we can at least get this thing turned in the right direction. We're not going to, I don't think we can compete next year anywhere near a top four seed in the Eastern Conference unless we're able to make some splash trades, hit on the lottery, use that money wisely. Now, here's the thing that I will say: I like Anthony Simmons or
Yeah.
Simons.
Simons. Yeah.
I like him. I like him a lot. He shows a ton of upside. So obviously, if you like what you see over the next 30 games with him, and you can bring him back. If Jaden Ivey looks good, you can bring him back. This team will look dramatically different if you bring the good pieces back that have expiring contracts, add a lottery pick, make a splash trade in the offseason, you know, use that free agent money wisely in addition to those couple guys that you bring back, then this team could look dramatically different. But the problem we have, Charles, is do we truly believe that Acme can do these sensible things that you and I are talking about? We're not front office guys, but hell,
Right.
I think we could be
Yeah. I
way
mean, if
better than those two.
if those two could get jobs, man, why can't we?
Because I don't think anything that we're saying here is crazy. I would love to hear from the Bulls fan. Y'all hit it up in the comments, man. I would love to hear what y'all have to say about this. Because hell, I think Bulls Nation is smarter than Acme by a mile.
Facts.
Like I think we all could collectively come together with a game plan and a blueprint for success because we have been that little dinghy out in the middle of a gigantic ocean with
Hmm.
no rudder, and we're just lost at sea. That's who we've been for far too long. And it is just so unacceptable. And how the Reinsdorf family doesn't see that, I'll never understand. I
So,
don't understand it.
so let me ask you this: if it was up to you, who would be that main piece that you would look to bring in to help turn things around? Do you package
I
every?
think I've changed my mind on Giannis. I
Okay.
didn't like how he did after the deadline.
So here's my take on this Giannis thing. Let me say this real quick.
And I did hear something weird that I'll tell you about.
So I think if you brought Giannis into this team, who else do you put around him? Because that's 60 mil for that one guy,
Mhm.
right? Now Giannis,
Luckily, we have money.
we right. Giannis, top three power forwards to ever play. I
But he's not fun to watch.
He's not.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bull in a china shop, pardon the pun.
Yeah, no,
But
you meant every pun, every part of that pun, every
he
part of it.
is. I mean, he just plays like he's bigger than everybody, and he's gonna run you over, and he's gonna get buckets. I didn't like the whole Wolf of Wall Street tweet that he did,
Yeah.
um, because I feel like he was playing everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's exactly what he was doing. And then I find out a couple days ago that he is an owner in that, what is it, Kashi. Anyway, they take bets, and they were taking bets on whether Giannis would be traded or not. And he has a stake in it.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I just found that out like a couple days ago. I don't want Giannis as a Bull. I think he was playing everybody the entire time, and he was putting money in his pocket while he did it. Now, how is that even legal?
I was just
How
getting
is
ready to say
that?
that. That just
How
don't
is
feel
that?
that don't feel legal.
How's Adam Silver allowing that to happen?
That don't feel
Like
legal.
that's crazy to me, bro. I mean, we're talking about Class A
Yeah.
in Major League Baseball. You know, I think they said 48 games
Yeah.
that he affected betting on and was
Mm-hmm.
controlling it all. How is it that Giannis has a stake in that company and they were fielding bets on whether or not he would be traded? That I mean that might as well be insider trading. Like seriously.
Fact.
Like and then he's the first one to tweet talking about legends, blah blah blah.
You know,
Man, get out of
Jason.
here,
Yeah.
man. And so I think I've changed my mind on him.
I was never big on the Giannis thing.
I wasn't totally sold on it, but at the same time, I was like, I just really want a piece that can be built
Yeah.
around
Yep.
that, he has won a title. He didn't do it alone, of course,
Yeah.
but that was kind of where I'm at. But I think just looking at the landscape of everything, um, I don't know that we're gonna have to save that for a future episode of Outside the Shot, Charles. Like when we get closer into the off season
Yeah.
and we're looking at potential trade targets, you know, you and I have talked about John Moran a little bit. Um, I wonder with Ja in the right system because right now he cannot stand his head coach, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
100%. 100%.
I don't understand the rotations. Obviously, me and you being close to Memphis, and I go to Grizzly games, and I don't understand. Like I don't understand what's going on there right now with the rotations. So I wonder if you give Ja, you know, a top three city, you give him a one of the most storied franchises in NBA history, and the right coaching staff around him. What would he do? You know, would he be happier? We know he can play. We
Yeah.
know he's got the talent. Um, I wouldn't say no to that. I just worry about
The outside.
his
Yep.
maturity and being outside of the UC.
Yeah.
Because you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, and that's just the truth.
I
And
mean,
so that's something I'd really have to think about, bro. Do
I,
you have somebody?
so we kind of were talking back and forth through text. Yeah, again, this whole listen, y'all.
We do every day.
This the all last week during this deadline, me and JC were just like, "Hey, what? Whoa, whoa." I don't mind the idea of Zion coming to Chicago.
I
Now,
don't hate it.
now, there's got to be something in the clause in the contract where it's like, "Hey, bro, your weight, you got to be at a certain weight." Now,
Mhm.
me and you both know Chicago food is different.
It's bro.
And
Listen,
he's leaving New Orleans.
as good as New Orleans food is, and I've been there 1,000 times.
Chicago food, boy.
Chicago food is
Boy,
up here for
come
me
on,
because I'm
man.
gonna tell you, bro. Like when I hop on a flight, I already gained 10 pounds
Well, I'm trying to
because
tell you.
I can't even stop thinking about the food before I get there. And so Chicago food is different, bro.
I
Like
But see,
It's different.
you're talking about John needs a change of scenery. I feel like Zion is in that same boat.
And I love Zion. And speaking of that, bro, you're talking about 1 and 2.
Yeah,
They were drafted 1 and 2.
and I
You
think
know,
and I think you bring him in. He's a big name. Jersey sales go up, and I think you add a couple shooters around him, a couple other players who can get buckets. Again, I'm with you. I like Anthony Simons a
Lord
lot.
knows we got plenty of guards.
Yeah. How do we have 12 guards on this roster right now? Um, but like I like Anthony Simons. I told you I like Ivy. If we go out and get another score to go with Zion
Well,
next
so
season,
if you have Giddy, you have Booz
yeah,
you have Jaden Ivey, you had Anthony Simons, and then you have Zion Williamson,
and
and then
you get a
obviously
big who could
yeah.
protect the rim, dude. It's not out of the realm that we can.
I don't
And
hate
now,
it. I don't hate it. His
but again,
weight and his injury history are the two things that scare me.
yes,
That's it. Like he's a quality dude.
yep,
I don't think you're gonna have any off the court issues with him. He can jump out the damn gym even at 300 pounds.
and
The dude
that's
can still sky. I mean, he is. His comp has always been Charles
yeah,
Barkley,
yep,
Sir Charles.
yeah.
And so
The
that's
other
always
Charles,
kind of
yeah.
been yes. What I mean, look, your jumper and his jumper both were ugly.
Facts, guy.
Um,
Listen, man, and what we can do is get you down here, and I'm telling you, and
banging.
banging, we in there, we in there. I think, man, you bring Zion in, and again, you got like you said, Booz, Giddy, and you bring back some other pieces.
And the lottery.
Yes, but here's the thing. Again, I just don't win any more games. Don't win any more games this year.
Bro, if
Sit
if the other
everybody.
night if the other night was a sneak peek of anything, Charles, I think I asked you how many of the 31 at that time.
I said
I said
seven.
you said 7.
Yes.
And I was like, I don't see 7. Like I think they're gonna slip up and maybe win a couple here and there. I don't see. I'm gonna tell you. I'm going on record right now. As of today, when we're shooting this pod, by the time we drop it, it's gonna be a little different.
Yeah.
But as of today, when we drop this pod, we got 30 games left. I'm gonna say we win 4. I
Okay.
think we're gonna go 4-26 over the next 30.
That'd be. Oh my God. Like this.
But the problem is, bro. But the problem is, I agree 1,000% with what you're saying. We've already won too many.
Yeah.
Like right now, we've won too many. Now, some teams are catching hot streaks and playing a little bit better,
Yeah.
that are below us. Um, and so you can hope. But I will say this: even if we tank, I'm talking about go 0 for 30. Like even if we did that, bro, I still don't think that it matters unless we make a change in the front office because I have zero faith in Acme to do what needs to be done in this offseason. Use all the draft capital we got, use all the free agent money we got, bring the right guys back that have expiring contracts. I don't have any confidence in them. Their talent evaluation is horrendous. Do they have a couple they hit on? Sure. But look at the misses.
Yeah.
The misses are way more than the hits. And then some are TBD.
I mean,
Buzelis is still TBD.
no. I mean, when are we gonna see him? You know what I'm saying? Like you went out and drafted this kid in the first round, and we have yet. I think no, he played what, one game? He played one of the first couple games, and
He's
then shipped to the G League.
and then you looked at his stats,
Yeah.
and albeit he was a kid, but you looked at his stats and you thought, that's the guy right there. Like, what? Like, what are we doing, man? I need dudes who are getting buckets. I need dudes who are scoring, rebounding the basketball, assists. Like, I want to see numbers from guys if you're going to spend that type of capital on them. And if he turns out to be great,
Oh my God,
bro, I'll buy you and me a jersey.
dude!
Like,
This is the worst thing I could have done. I could have done.
oh no.
Noah Sengay, okay, has played in 2 games as a Bull for a total of. Can you guess how many minutes he's played?
4.
3 minutes. He's put up 3 shots. Can you guess how many shots he's made? He's made 0 shots have been made. He has 1 steal and 1 foul. That's his stat line 0 for
So
2.
he's got more fouls than points.
Yes.
But that's
And
the
that's
thing, bro. When that pick happened,
the number 12 pick.
I was not in bad. I was not in really good health when the draft. While I was watching the draft, I was in really bad health at that time. That almost put me back in the hospital because I was so angry. I was wearing oxygen at that time, bro.
JC.
Bro, I
Stop it.
was like, I had to bump it up. I think I was on 3 liters. I took it to 6, which is the max. I was like kicking, and it was like, bro, I about fell out. I about hit the 911. I almost had my second ambulance ride, bro. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, when it happened, I was like, who in the F?
Yeah.
And, I've been proud of myself on not dropping the F
I'm
bomb
very
yet
proud of
here.
you. I am very proud of you.
And
I'm
that
very
is
proud of you.
my
Yeah.
favorite word.
Yeah.
And so I've done really well with not dropping that on here yet. And I'm saying yet because it's going to happen. But
Somebody's gonna do something, and it's gonna.
I'm trying to keep it kid and grandma friendly somewhat.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
People, we all say shit. I
Yeah. Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
but I do like the F word, but I've been working on it a lot, like in my normal life and everything.
I'm
Like,
very proud of you, bro. Very
I
proud of you.
don't I don't know. I don't know what's got to me. It must be the chemo. It must be what's like kind of tone me down or something. I don't know. I'm still gonna be who I am. But bro, I'm telling you, when that pick happened, I almost had an aneurysm.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, this is Chandler Hutchinson 2.0.
Yeah.
Like, when we made that pick, I was like, what are we doing? And word on the street, bro. I don't know if you heard this. I'm sure you did. But word on the street was we took Chandler Hutchinson. You know why? Do you know why? I'm gonna tell you.
I'm trying to think.
Because they promised him in pre-draft workouts they were going to draft him.
So I'm not touching that. Look, at 12, we could have got Derek Queen, Carter Bryant, Walter Clayton Jr., who just got traded again. I, you
Mm.
know, who else was here?
Mm-mm-mm.
Asa Newell. I mean, dude, there were so many dogs that were still on the board that we could have been like.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, man. Like, bro, like,
And then we got.
I never pray for anybody to lose their job. We've all lost our job at some point in time.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and it's a terrible feeling. But when somebody has been robbing a franchise since the day they signed on, the average person would have been fired 17 times by now.
17 times.
Bro, if we don't get breaking news alerts towards the end of this season or into the offseason that the Bulls have made a change with AK and Eversley, then it doesn't matter what we got, bro. It doesn't matter the draft capital we got, how much money we got to spend, where the ping pong ball drops. None of that matters if this brain trust is going to be allowed to F it up all over again. What they've done now is tore it all the way down. Like, it's tore down.
It's bare bones.
This is the one thing that I'm happy about, is that we finally did something.
Yep.
Like, we kept doing the same shit over and over and over. The definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. That's what we've been doing. So the one thing that I will take from this week's trade deadline is, thank God we finally did something and tore it down and have a potential to go in a different direction and have a game plan and a blueprint. But I don't know how in the world you allow the person who had you in purgatory
To stay.
and start that vicious cycle all over again. Michael Reinsdorf, I'm talking to you again. If you got a damn sack between your thighs, you will make that change, bro. There's a dude right now who was the architect of the Golden State Warriors, who is doing television and is not currently in a front office. And I have been told this. That dude would love to have the Bulls job. You know what his one caveat is, Charles?
What's that?
He wants a stake in the Bulls.
See, and that's
because what he's saying is, I've done it. I created a dynasty, and he did. I don't care what he was the architect of the Golden State Warriors. No matter what anybody says, give that man what he wants and say, "Let's go."
But do you think the Reinsdorf give him that stake though? That's the thing
The,
that's gonna hold that up. That's the thing that's gonna hold it up.
the only thing that I'm going to say, and I'm not going to talk specifically about the stake in the Bulls, but I will say this: I despise the Chicago White Sox. I am a lifelong Cubs fan. As you see, I am a lifelong Cubs fan.
Yep.
Okay. However, for the first time in several years, it does feel like the White Sox have a direction. It does feel like the White Sox have a direction. Okay. So they're starting to figure it out on that side of things. Okay.
Yep.
They went from the west side to the south side. The west side needs to figure it out. The south side is at least acting like, hey,
We.
we're doing things a little differently.
Yep.
Now go to the west side and do the same damn thing. Now that's where I'm at, bro. Like that's where I'm at. That's the only glimmer of hope because you're starting to see a difference in the direction of the White Sox. The Bulls, Charles, and you know this as well as I do. I think in the hierarchy, and we've talked about this, of Chicago Bulls pro sports,
Mm-hmm.
it's Chicago Bears first, and that's by a country mile.
Yes,
That's
sir.
never going to change. Whether they're in Northwest Indiana, whether they're in Arlington, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
That Chicago Bears first and foremost always will be. But in my opinion, right now, number two is the Chicago Cubs.
Yep.
Okay. Even as bad as the Bulls are, they are probably still three. As crazy as that may sound, they are probably still number three. But you know as well as I do, they could easily be number two with the right brain trust because really in that city,
Basketball is king.
basketball
Ball,
and
football.
after the Bears, the Bulls own that city.
Yep. Yep.
And so you do the right thing and the Bulls could be right there back at number two and the Cubs, my beloved Cubs, be sitting there right at number three. That's really the way it should be. It's really the way it should be. You have Blackhawks, they've got a direction. They're headed there. They've got a star. Connor Bedard is blossoming finally into a star, but they at least have a direction. Literally. It's crazy. Charles, I think when you think about all the pro sports, there's only one team that doesn't have a direction.
Yeah. So you know me, I'm a stats numbers kind of guy.
Absolutely.
Um, Looking at the Central Division in the East, Pistons 38-13, Cavaliers 31-21. Everyone else in the division under 500 and battling for lottery picks.
Do you want me to tell you what's even sadder, though? So the Pistons and the Cavs were in the same purgatory as we were when Acme was hired.
Yep. Here,
So who got it right?
here, I got one more for you. The Pacers next year will be up there with the Pistons and the Cavs.
Bro, they're gonna have a lottery pick and Tyrese Halliburton's back.
Exactly.
Like they're gonna have a running
Exactly.
mate for him. And oh, by the way, we could have took Halliburton. We didn't.
And
Decided
they
to let him
and
go
look,
right past him.
they're gonna have Spicy Pete back next year too. I mean,
Mhm.
that team is gonna be stacked. Milwaukee, they'll find a running mate if Giannis sticks around. They'll find a running mate with Giannis. Everybody has a direction in that division, except for the Bulls. Except for the Bulls.
Here's the thing, bro. Let's use the Bears, who we always talk Bears heavy. What changed the Bears
Head coach.
in one year?
Head coach.
Okay. I want to give a lot of credit to Kevin Warren,
Yep.
the president, team president.
Okay.
He went in and changed the entire way that the Bears have been doing business for over 100 years. Okay. I've talked about it before. Flying coaches in commercial flights, in coach in the back row, for interviews and stuff. He was like, "Nah, we ain't doing that no more. We're the
Send them
we're
the
the effing
PJ.
Chicago Bears. We
Send the
we're gonna send
PJ.
we're gonna send a jet to get them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like we're gonna have a top tier stadium. No, we're not gonna settle. We're not gonna settle for renovations on the lakefront. We are going to have a state of the art facility in a town that wants us.
Yeah.
We're not going to settle anymore, right? We're going to go get the best effing head coach on the market to be the head coach of the Chicago Bears because you know what? Because we effing can. And they do. And they do. And look at the Chicago Bears now.
But
1 year removed from purgatory and Matt Eberflus and all that nonsense being the joke of the NFL, thanks to the Fail Mary and everything that transpired after. You change everything. Michael Reinsdorf, I'm talking to your ass again.
I was
You,
just going to
I'm
say it.
talking to you again. Make the change. Make the damn change. Get somebody in there that is actually a president of basketball operations that knows what they're doing. Get a general manager that's ready to make moves and get the damn UC rocking again. Like, this is ridiculous. Because I promise you, ask George McCaskey how much money the Chicago Bears generated this year in a very successful year, one game away from the NFC Championship, one play away from the NFC Championship. Ask them how much money was generated, how many jersey sales they had, how much concessions were sold. Ask them that. The top streaming football game in the entire NFL season, your Chicago Bears. Get rid of the apathy, man,
Because anybody
because that's
watching the
where we
Bulls.
all are.
Anybody watching the
That's
Bulls.
the thing. Only us psychos.
Crazy folks. Crazy.
We're insane. We're stupid. And so I'm telling you, make the change. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry, bro, but Acme, they've had plenty of time.
Yeah.
They don't deserve more time. They don't deserve more time to F this up anymore. This has been broken down to the studs. Let Go get a qualified builder. I'm a real estate broker. Go get a qualified builder to
Talk
build
that
the
business.
home.
Talk that
Go
business,
get a
JC.
qualified builder to build this thing the right way. And that's the thing, Charles. You know this as well as I do. An NBA franchise can be turned around in one offseason
One off season.
easily. If the Chicago Bears and the NFL, which is hard to do, can be turned around in one season, damn sure in 82 games you can turn around the Bulls. You get two or three really good pieces and you flip flop it. Look, just as quick as you can have success is as quick as you can have failure. Look at the Indiana Pacers. They just played in the damn NBA Finals.
Yep.
Lost one guy. Truthfully, they lost the heartbeat of that team and are going to be in the lottery this year. That's how quick shit can go wrong. But also, the flip side of that, the positive side, is how quick you can flip it.
Because
And
when
the
he comes
UC
back.
can be rocking again. The Madhouse on Madison can be real again.
Yep.
But it can't happen if ownership continues to shit the damn bed. Period. That's it.
So we got to roll here, but let's hit this real quick. Cubs, we got spring training coming up.
Bro.
First spring training game is a first spring game, February 20th against the White Sox.
How funny, right? No, listen,
what do you
I get excited, bro. I get
what do you want
excited.
to what do you want to see from the Cubs going into spring training?
Well, I hope still we got a move left in us. I still hope we got a move. I'm beginning to have to settle on the fact that Seiya Suzuki's going to be in right field for the Cubs.
Yeah,
Look, I love you, bro. I think you're a great person, but damn it, I hope you're doing nothing but outfield reps
that's
all
it.
spring training.
Don't do nothing else. We just need
Like
you
I
out there
hope you're
catching
just,
flies.
I hope you're just out there shagging balls. That don't sound right,
That don't sound
but
right at all.
that don't
No.
sound right. Say go track down them ball. No, that don't
No,
sound
that
right
sound right either.
either.
No, no. Work on your
Anyway,
craft.
how about you go back to little league damn drills and learn how to catch a fly ball in right field.
There you go.
That how about that? I'm excited for a lot of things. The bullpen has been completely reworked. The rotation could be one of the best in baseball. You get Justin Steele back, hopefully healthy at some point. But the moves that have been made, I think we have a very good rotation. I think the bullpen is going to be incredible. I am terrified of right field. I'm sorry. I am.
Yeah.
Bregman is obviously going to bring production in the lineup, but you did lose Tucker and then you get Bregman. That's not really an equal as far as production at the plate. Now, Tucker struggled last year. He was a fish out of water. He didn't fit. I've talked to more people since then. The clubhouse was weird with him. And so I'm not surprised that he's not back. I think some of the guys liked him, but I do think he was a loner, and I think he was kind of weird. When I found out the dude didn't take BP before games, I was
That's
like,
crazy. Ha,
I've never heard that in my life.
huh.
Like I've never heard that, but he didn't. Towards the very end, he finally showed up and did it like once or twice because he was struggling, and I'm like, bro, you were struggling most of the year, especially after you got hurt. You were struggling, and then you don't take BP. Like you're not getting your mind right. You're not getting cuts in before you go to the plate. So anyway, nonetheless, Tucker's gone. He's with the Dodgers. He can be the seventh or eighth option there, and that's
Thanks.
exactly what he wants. He doesn't want to be a star. Um, but I am excited. Milwaukee obviously took a step back. They traded Peralta, who was a Cub killer, by the way. We did get to him though. I got to see that in person at Wrigley.
Nice.
Um, but I'm excited, Charles. And one thing that I love so much about Cubs baseball is once it fires off, I mean, we got games virtually every day.
Every day.
And that excites me. For me, obviously, from a personal standpoint, I need as much to keep me busy
Yeah.
as possible in my mind. Sports does that for me. This podcast does that for me. Me and you texting and talking about Bears, Bulls, Cubs, et cetera, et cetera. That helps me get through the day. Even when I'm out working in the real estate world, or if I'm doing, radio duties, media duties, whatever I'm doing, if the Cubs are playing, it's on my phone or I'm listening to it in my vehicle. I don't miss a game. I'll either be listening to it or watching it. Um, and that is good for me. Like that is good for my mental. I love it. I'm a lifelong Cubs fan, and I'm excited for it. And I do think the division is ours for the taking. I do hope that Jed and the crew decide to, at the deadline this year, really truly address whatever the needs are at that time and not let the deadline go by. And we're sitting there in the off season going, man, we could have made a deeper run if you would have just pulled the trigger like we
Yeah.
did this past year, because it was clear we had holes that needed to be addressed to truly be a Super Bowl World Series contender. And so but I'm excited. I'm excited about Cubs baseball.
I mean, listen, man, it's crazy that it's February and baseball's here already. You know what I mean?
Wild, huh?
That's it's so wild to me. But
You got baseball duties this afternoon.
I know
It's crazy.
I
I
know.
was gonna go, but I was like,
Here,
man,
I'd rather go today than go tomorrow. So
yeah, right.
so yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, just the thought of baseball being here
But
is
opening
crazy.
day for A-State baseball is the 13th.
And that's what
I love being there. I've got obviously I cover the team, but I have tickets right behind home plate.
that's where you
Always want
catch
to
me.
support them,
That's where
and
you'll catch me.
I love being there. I just
So
love being there.
I look at the Cubs, man. I'm just excited to see the product on the field this year. You know what I mean? The new pieces that we brought in. I know right field is a concern for everybody. Everybody. So, um, I told you before, man, I'm a casual baseball guy.
Mhm.
So this year I'm excited to really jump in and really put and
We're
watch.
gonna change that. We're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah.
change
And
that
that's what I'm
this year.
saying. Like, I think this podcast, man, and just chopping it up with you and just talking sports, period, it has me kind of shifting how I view things. So I'm excited to get into it, man. Sports is year round, bro. It's year round, and I'm football's over with now. Oh God.
Well, and so to that note, and I know we got to get out of here. We both got things to do, but it is, but it isn't.
Yeah, yeah. We got off season coming up.
I love the NFL offseason.
Yeah.
God willing, I'll be in Indianapolis for the combine. I missed it last year due to being diagnosed with cancer. I missed the draft because of cancer. I missed all of A-State baseball last year. I had season tickets again, as I said, right behind home plate. I did not get to attend one game because I
Wow.
became sick in February. My 1 year anniversary of being diagnosed is coming up next month. And to be where I'm at, I'm extremely grateful, extremely
Yeah.
thankful to be healthy, chopping it up with my man Charles like I am. Because a year ago is when I started getting sick for the first time.
Yeah.
And that weighs heavy on my mind, to be honest with everybody. I think about it every day, but I also flipped the script on that. I just had treatment a couple days ago, and it was a little rough, to be honest with everybody. But, bro, when I tell you that I'm going to try not to get emotional.
You're good, man.
Through that time, last February and March and into April and into May, and being in the hospital for 26 days and multiple surgeries, and once my treatment finally started in May and whatnot, what kept me going besides friends and family, obviously my circle, was sports.
Yeah.
Sports is so much more to me than a game.
Stats and stuff.
Um,
Yeah.
it just is. That keeps my mind going, you know. So to be able to watch the combine from afar for the first time in several years on television, and to watch the draft instead of being present, at least gave me some kind of solace, to see free agency, to be able to listen and watch the watch Cubs baseball from the hospital.
Wow.
Last year, I watched opening day in the hospital. Um, and so I think about all of those things. And so sports, it was a huge bright spot in what was a very dark time. Also, too, you know, you and I, Pensacola Sunbelt Conference basketball tournament in Pensacola, Florida. I missed that last year. I
Me
haven't missed
too.
that in years. And I was in the hospital, and I want to shout out Coach Destiny Rogers, who the ladies won last year and they went to the NCAA tournament. I missed that because I was in the hospital, but she was texting me the entire time, and her and I text right before they beat JMU in the championship game, and she was checking on me and making sure I was okay. And they went out and won, and then when they did win, she gave me a shout out in post game, and I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that because that was such a hard time.
Yeah.
I'm doing so much better than I was. I understand what I'm up against. It's a fight every day, don't get me wrong, but I think about what you just said, Charles. We get to do this.
Yeah.
Sports, we get to do this thing,
Yep.
but it's so much more because, like, you and I chop it up as sports, but we're tight. You know what I mean? Like, sports brought us together.
Yep.
Sports brings relationships together, and you get to know people, and it is just an avenue. It is just an engine to lead you to other people. And sports helps lead you through the toughest times.
Yes, sir.
And it did that for me. And I didn't mean to go off on a tangent.
Yeah.
I know we
Hey,
gotta
listen,
hurry,
listen, man.
but anyway.
I think that's what makes this podcast so great, right? Like we're it's from the heart. And what you just said, man, I know a lot of people feel that way. So I appreciate you sharing that, my guy. I appreciate you being here. I'm so happy that we finally started this, man.
Hmm.
What y'all don't know is, man, this has been in talks for a minute. A
It has.
minute. But I'm happy that we got started, man. And being on this
I
journey.
mean, as a sneak peek, I ordered the equipment and stuff,
Yeah,
and we still haven't got our studio set up. We're doing this apart,
yeah,
but I ordered this before I got sick.
yeah.
I had everything in order
I mean,
before I got sick.
I'm gonna
That's
go.
how long this has been in the making.
I'm gonna take it a step further. My man had the logo, had the name already picked out, and
Oh man.
and like you said, unfortunately, you got sick. Um, but like I said, man, you are a true inspiration, my guy, and I don't know if you know that. And it's not just for me, for everybody who knows you and has watched your fight over the year. You are a true inspiration, man, and you already know you can lean on your boy for anything that you need from me. If you need an ear, if you need to just vent, hit your boy up, and you already know that.
I do, bro.
But like I said, man, I'm just happy we're on this journey together, man, and hopefully the Bulls figure this out.
Damn right. Well, OTC episode 4 in the books, y'all. Please subscribe, like, comment, share it with your friends. Let's grow this thing.
Yes,
We want to
sir.
grow it organically. I promise you this, between myself and Charles, we're gonna have some great guests on this
100%.
podcast. They're already lined up, locked and loaded. We're just getting ready to fire it off. We wanted to get this thing started, but we're gonna have some great guests along the way, man. And please like, subscribe, share, comment. We want to hear from you too, and
In
and
those
we are. We're
comments,
we're, we're
we'd
gonna do
love
some
that.
live pods too. We're gonna do some
Yeah.
live ones down the road. You'll be able to hear some on Twitch, all of that. We've got every bit of that coming, but we wanted to get this thing fired off and rolling. But OTC 4 in the books. My
Holla.
man.